It's the BRANE Show, coming in hot every week. We bring the truth when we speak. Red, white, and blue, the bulls stand tall. We the people, united won't fall. We the people as our beat and rhyme. We're dropping old school values every time. Extreme honesty with a fresh twist. Breaking it down, you don't wanna miss. It's freedom talk, loud and proud. Voice of the people, can't be cowed. Every week, we speak our mind. For love of country, it's one of a kind. So grab a seat, let the BRANE Show roll. We're serving up truth, heart and soul. Brian and Shane with that patriot steel. For the people, by the people, of the people, let's go. It's the BRANE Show, coming in hot every week. We bring the truth when we speak. Red, white, and blue, the bulls stand tall. We the people, united won't fall. It's the BRANE Show, coming in hot every week. We bring the truth when we speak. Red, white, and blue, the bulls stand tall. We the people, united won't fall. It's the BRANE Show, coming in hot every week. We bring the truth when we speak. Red, white, and blue, the bulls stand tall. We the people, united won't fall. It's the BRANE Show, coming in hot every week. We bring the truth when we speak. Red, white, and blue, the bulls stand tall. We the people, united won't fall. It's the BRANE Show, coming in hot every week. We bring the truth when we speak. Red, white, and blue, the bulls stand tall. We the people, united won't fall. It's the BRANE Show, coming in hot every week. We bring the truth when we speak. Red, white, and blue, the bulls stand tall. We the people, united won't fall.
This is for America!
Shut the fuck up!
Yep. All right.
You know what the problem with Hollywood is? They make shit unbelievable, unremarkable shit.
To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live!
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
And I guarantee a week won't go by in your life you won't regret walking out, letting them get the best of you.
Well, I'm not going home.
Day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
You're gonna work harder than you ever worked before.
I really do believe that together we can accomplish anything.
Because we'll never stop learning and we'll never stop growing.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
We can break this army here. It has made us brothers. I say to you, what every warrior has known since the beginning of time.
You've got to get mad.
I mean plumb mad dog mean.
If you would be free men, then you must
Fight to fulfill that promise. Let us
Cut out their living guts.
1 inch at a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
this is your time.
Seize the day.
Never surrender. Victory or death.
So come on then! Take it!
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
All right, let's fly! My name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world.
We don't sleep to dream, we sleep to build stamina, energy to do our thing. Get your camera. This show is about to begin, so sit down and buckle it in. Let's go! My name is Brian, and that is John. Shane is busy doing father and husband things today, and he just couldn't make it. So John, in his in all of his glory, decided to grace us with his presence today and fill in. Thank you, John. How you doing today, brother?
You're welcome. I'm good, thanks, my friend. How are you? You doing all right?
Not bad. Hanging in there.
Can I just say,
same old, same old.
can I just say that is
literally gotta be the best intro on YouTube.
Oh,
But without a doubt. I mean, I'm tempted to fly over and just catch a golden eagle now, just based on that as a Brit. Inspiring, my friend.
It's so
Inspiring.
patriotic. I've always wondered what people from other countries think of the hyper patriotic intro.
Yeah, well, the best we get is a squirrel or a fox, so it's not quite the same, is it? Really?
Right. Hey, so today we are talking about a couple amazing things. First off, Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal for the cringiest, craziest birthday card I've ever seen in my life. This is nuts. I didn't even know it was. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but oh my God. Can't wait to show it to you guys. Also, sexy Grok incoming. Elon has decided to make Grok into everyone's waifu, and it's weird. Real weird.
Brian, you said that you weren't going to tell anyone about my private life and what I do off podcast.
You're just John's in a personal relationship with waifu Grok. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's not very good, is it, to put it on an island either, like they did. Like they said,
no.
With what's going on at the moment.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't even put those two together. That's funny. Also, we're going to be going over some of the stuff, the other Epstein stuff, because Trump did tell Pam Bondi to go ahead and release the grand jury testimony. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Also, we're going to be looking at the Superman variety numbers. Apparently, Superman's doing real good in domestically, but not so good overseas. And some trailer breakdowns. Some great trailers dropped. Mortal Kombat 2, which looks incredible. And Tron Ares, which I'm a little more indifferent to, but it's still Tron.
It is.
Also, I have a surprise for you guys today.
Hello, I am Shane 3.
All right, so
how can I help you conquer the world today?
John can't hear this because it's tied into his microphone, but if you guys see this, okay, hold up, there it is. If you see that little guy right there, then I can use this mic to actually talk to the digital representation of Shane. Ready? Hey Shane, how you doing today, buddy?
Oh, just buzzing along as usual. How about you? What's on your mind?
I finally turned Shane into a full-fledged voice AI.
I see you're crafting me into even more than I already
Shane
am.
actually ever coming back
Just what
now,
I
or
need,
is it
another
just
way
gonna
to hear
be
your endless
you and the AI
requests.
Shane
What's
going
next on your list of improvements?
So the good news is, unlike regular Shane, if I just mute this little button right here, he can't talk back. So, but if we need some awesome data, I'm just gonna reach out to Shane and get it with the AI there. I'm gonna see how it works today. I'm not trying to replace Shane or anything. I'm just saying this one's way easier to control because I can just press a button and he stops talking. It's really great. All right, well, let's jump right into the Epstein, the Trump Epstein stuff. I first want to show you guys the literally insane photo that the Wall Street Journal said, or birthday card or whatever, that the Wall Street Journal said Trump sent to Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm gonna try to read it. Can you see it, by the way, John?
Yeah, I can see that fine, mate. Yeah.
Okay, so if you can read Jeffrey's parts, and I'll read Donald Trump's
hang
parts.
on. Actually, it's a bit small for me to read that. Hang on.
Let me send you the image. I'll send you the image so you can see it closer.
I love the fact you're making me read Jeffrey's parts. There's nothing sinister in that at all, is there?
All right, this is the insane image. I'm going to zoom in so it's not ultra offensive. Okay. So what it was apparently, according to the Wall Street Journal, Donald Trump sent a hand-drawn card of what appears to be a voluptuous woman with his signature near the pubic area. And this was the really weird, really cringe text that was written inside. This was like, I don't know how to explain this. It's almost like he's having a conversation with Jeffrey. Voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. Donald. Yes, there is. But I won't tell. But I won't tell you what it is. Go ahead.
Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I also know what it is.
We have certain things in common, Jeffrey.
Yes, we do. Come to think of it.
Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that?
As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you.
A pal, a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And may every day be another wonderful secret.
Yeah. You know, if there was a bit of fake tan on the card as well, that would kind of just prove 100%.
You can see like a little bit of like orange tanning cream. Yeah. Here's the deal. I'm not gonna say whether or not this thing from the Wall Street Journal is correct, but it seems really far-fetched. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know why they wouldn't have saved this for. Like, why did they save this for now when they could have used it to damage
100%.
Trump at the height of his popularity during the last run?
I have two conclusions on that, mate, without any evidence to back it up. But I would say the first one is the Democrats or people connected to them, they've also been involved with Epstein as well. So if they were to release it during the Biden administration, it's effectively mutually assured destruction, isn't it? Because it's going to take down Republicans and Democrats.
Right.
That's what I think is more likely. I don't think, certainly from what you've just shown there, I mean, if that is proven to be his handwriting and he has sent that, he alludes to something previously, doesn't he, in 2019, that he kind of knew what Epstein was up to. So, you know, it's not looking good.
Yeah, there were definitely, so a lot of people apparently knew Jeffrey Epstein was a creep, right? And in fact, he ended up kicking Epstein out of his club at some point. So I think a lot of people knew Jeffrey. I think they probably thought, oh, this guy's a really cool guy. Then they get to know him and they go, oh, this guy's not a great guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how far that went. There's definitely plenty of audio of him long time ago saying Jeffrey seems like a great guy, really fun to hang out with. He loves the ladies. He really loves the ladies.
The 92 video. Yeah.
Right.
That as well.
Now, I would love to actually show you guys the actual article it came from, except for the Wall Street Journal puts everything behind a paywall. So instead, I have to go over to CNN, who just copied, apparently, Wall Street Journal's article and just puts it out for free. It's just really hilarious.
That's nice of him.
Thank you, CNN. I appreciate it, buddy. My only question is, they really hate Trump, but they really didn't want him to be president of the United States. So you would think that something like this would come out a little sooner.
100%. 100%, mate. And I'll tell you why. I mean, again, being a Brit, I decided I'll put some notes down about this as well. This is what I've got from 2023, right? Okay. So you had the Epstein, sorry, not the Epstein. You had these notes I've made a note of now. So New York hush money case, indictment, March the 30th, 2023. You had the Georgia election interference case in August 2023. You had the federal election obstruction case in August 23. And then you had the E. Jean Carroll defamation lawsuits as well. Now, what I would say is, if you had this, or Biden's Justice Department had this to themselves in that administration, you would have been leaking that in 2023, wouldn't you, to try and destroy his chance of getting his ascendancy to the presidency?
Yeah, I mean, let's take out the whole try to damage his presidential run thing out of it. Like, financially, the best time to have put this out for the Wall Street Journal would have been, right before the election. September, July. It would have been right before people voted for him. It would have been a way bigger story. Now it doesn't really move the needle. So like financially speaking, just like the best time to put this out if they had it wouldn't have been today. It would have been last year.
No, I would say as well, you know, if I managed to sort of get into that Wall Street article earlier today. I would say what I still find peculiar about it is, look, my view is whoever is who is potentially guilty, whether you're left or right, you need to go to prison.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, but the thing I find strange about it is they bring up in the article about the fact that, you know, again, Clinton had gone to the island with Epstein as well, and other people that they note in that journal. But
and apparently, that scientist, I always forget his name. Oh my god, the guy who was like,
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. I love black holes and small women. It was weird how much time he spent on the island. So, and I don't think Stephen Hawking is getting down with underage chicks. Like, I don't even know if the guy could get down. I don't know how that works, dude. So,
yeah. I don't want to know how that potentially would work either, to be honest, mate.
Right? Yeah. I gotta tell you this though. I'm with you. You said anyone that messes with kids should be in prison. I think we should just electric chair them right away. Let's just let's not waste any resources. And I think on the left and right, this is a non-partisan issue. If it comes out that President Trump spent time at the island and engaged in this stuff, he's got to go, bro. And I'm a Trump fan. I'm a Trump voter. I'm a MAGA guy all the way. But if he did that, he's got to go. There are some things that are more important than partisan politics, and this is certainly 100%. One of them. And anyone attached to it. Now, I can see why they're like, why we don't want to release it. Let's say we have it, and we don't want to release it because it's so damaging to so many industries that it would just ruin the economy, right? We're talking about like a hard Molotov cocktail reset. I can see them saying, okay, we're going to play this more strategically. I can also see what my brother Shane said. He said like they don't have it. Someone deleted all the files and they don't have the files anymore. And they're just trying to like ignore this thing until people forget about it. But people are not going to forget about it. Like they're not.
I agree 100% with you on that, because look, I know we'll come on to it later, but about the grand jury files that, Trump has made a statement about that. But the trouble is, until you release everything, and that's the Justice Department files, the works, this is never going away.
No, it's not.
So you can try and tone it down as much as you want for this administration, but you're going to continually get asked this question again and again and again. It's just
some of my most hardcore friends. Like, so I'm more like I'm right wing, I guess, but like I'm more centrist, and I also don't really care too much. I don't trust the government at all. So I'm like an Alex Jones kind of guy. Like, I actually there's days I trust Alex Jones more than I trust most people in our government. But I have friends that are hardcore. Like, they wear the MAGA hats and the shirts. They got the flags on their trucks. They're hardcore Trump supporters, right? Like, really hardcore. And they're not budging on this. They're like, oh, Mr. President, no, we need those files. We need to know who did it. Because it's not that we want dirt. It's that everyone who has a beating heart and who has a reasonable, morality, a base of morality, wants justice for what they said, thousands of victims that were most likely underage minors. We want justice. The people that played in that sandbox need to burn. Like, period.
100%. And this isn't just a US thing. This is a global thing. I mean, us Brits here, there are people high up in our country that I have no doubts were involved in it. There's one in particular who's a royal that we know all about. That's been all over the press. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, Prince Andrew. Yeah. So it's a global thing, and I think this is affecting so many people. I mean, again, when you talk about Trump saying, when they said that they would release the files. Now, I looked at it in 2024. He said to Fox News, he said, Yeah, I would. But he expressed reservations, said you don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there, because it's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world, but I think I would. So again, he's kind of just skirting it really at that point.
Yeah, but
of
to be
saying
fair,
what do we release and what we don't. Yeah.
He was right in the middle of a lot of phony stuff going on. So maybe he's like, I'm not going to ruin someone's life because someone mentioned this random person's name, you know, that had no connection to the island or Epstein, but he happened to hitch a ride from, you know, New York to Florida or whatever. It needs to be done correctly. Like, if you just dump the entire thing, I think a lot of really, even though I want to see it, there's a lot of really crazy people that are going to see anyone's name in there and immediately dox that person, immediately treat them like some kind of PDF file.
Yeah, people that are just interviewed as part of an inquiry into it,
right?
You know, an investigation.
They can be victims. They can be, vendors,
witnesses.
Nothing to do with it, right? So I guess I understand that. Like that is responsible. Just dumping it all out there, as much as I want to see that, is probably not responsible. The internet, we know, the internet is not to be trusted with a lot of stuff. You need to give them all the right information.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been to 4chan lately, but it is just burning down right now, dude. It is burning down with all this Epstein stuff. There are people who are just absolute horrific human beings that should not be breathing the same air that we are, and other people that are like, what are you talking about, dude? And they're just fighting. It's a civil war. So
crazy.
I did want to read this though. This is from CNN. It's actually not from CNN. This is from Wall Street Journal. CNN just sort of copied it, but this does talk about the lawsuit. And I gotta say, if the letter and all that's fake, the correct way to deal with it is to sue the Wall Street Journal.
Yep.
Hands down. Like, you don't say, oh, that's not me. Ignore it.
It's defamation of character, isn't it?
Right.
You know, straight away.
If it's fake, prove it in law, in a court of law, 100%. Like, no question. Yeah. So when I saw that they were suing him, I'm like, good. If it's really fake, then just sue the Wall Street Journal. That's what they said.
Yeah.
A collection of letters gifted to Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday in 2003 included a note bearing Donald Trump's name and an outline of a naked woman, according to the Wall Street Journal. This entire thing's from the Wall Street Journal. The drawing depicting a woman's breast and Donald's signature in the place of pubic hair surrounded several lines of typewritten text. According to the newspaper, which reviewed the letter, it concluded the line, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." I'm not sure why I'm reading it like a reporter's voice. Trump, in an interview with the Journal on Tuesday, denied that he wrote the letter or drew the picture, and threatened to sue the newspaper if it published the story. It did. He said, "I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women." He said, according to the Journal, "It's not my language. It's not my words." In response to the story, Trump posted on Truth Social Thursday night that he'd ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. So maybe this thing, here's a question. Maybe this like bogus card was like, all right, F it, release it all. You guys want to play? Cool. Doesn't Jeff Bezos own the Wall Street Journal? Cool. Jeff, you know you're in there, right, buddy?
Yeah. Close it down.
Shut it down. The Wall Street Journal declined to comment. Of course they did. So they're being sued now for defamation by President Trump. That tells me that President Trump feels like that's the appropriate response because he feels it's fake. And if it is fake, I feel like that's the only appropriate response.
100%. That's what you would do. That's what I would do. That's what any of us would do. You know,
I don't have any money to do it, but I would. Yeah, I would try to get the money to sue.
I'd last about 30 seconds with £1, towards my case.
I'm suing you for defamation and amount of money. Just that announcement. Cost all.
We'll settle on a doorstep.
All right, so we're gonna move on from this, but I do think it's very interesting that he's suing the Wall Street Journal. Go ahead.
Interesting thing I read in the article as well is the Justice Department wouldn't confirm whether that card and the portfolio that it came in for his birthday were actually they were in possession of it. So that's an interesting thing as well. So they're not confirming or denying whether they have it at this moment in time. So again, this is where I'll go back to what I said a few minutes ago. Look, it's not going away until you release everything. You know, It's just going to keep getting worse for you. You're constantly going to get bombarded with it. Trump's going to get more and more frustrated as he goes. It's not a win-win here at all, is it? It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, just release it all. Yeah, and Trump did say some pretty outlandish things on Truth Social. His Truth post. I'm going to pull it up, actually, because it was like, what the F? Again, I'm a Donald Trump supporter. Remember that. I voted for him twice. In 2016, when he came down those escalators, you can ask my brother Shane. I was the first one. I was on Facebook. Like, that's it. That's our next president. I lost friends. And at first, honestly, I was just trolling to mess with people. Because I was like, there's no way this guy becomes president. But I was announcing he was president right away, you know. So I've been a Trump supporter for a long time because I'm the Molotov cocktail party. I want to throw a giant reset button and everything and just watch everything burn. I recognize that's not the best for most people. However, it definitely would feel good to watch all these bullshit peddling garbage people that are just stuck in a never-ending cycle of power as politicians just go bye-bye. I would love to. I would love to see a hard reset, even though I don't know if we can take it as a country. You know.
I mean, look, I'm not a Trump fan of the individual, but I completely agree with what he's been trying to do. In fact, I wish we had a character like that in the UK that would actually do it in the UK, because we need it a hell of a lot more than you do at the moment. But
you had one though, didn't you, a while ago?
We got Farage, but the trouble with Farage is he's a bit of a snake oil salesman. So he kind of says he's going to do something, then he walks it back a couple of weeks later. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. But I think with Trump, you know, it's the same as we were saying earlier. Really, I don't care whether you're left or right. You know, I want you to be held accountable just as much as I would be if I did something horrible. You know, I would at least want to be going to prison for life, you know, and that's Trump. That's any politician, any businessman, any person walking the street. They all deserve the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I 100% agree with you. If you mess with a kid, if you abused a child, you're out, bro. Yeah. Like you cannot breathe the same air as me. You gotta go. Sorry.
No,
not sorry.
No, you don't get to spend the rest of your life in a luxury prison.
Yeah, you know? I don't care how awesome you've been for your political party. Doesn't matter. It's time to burn.
Yeah,
you got to go.
Yep.
All right. So this is what Trump said on Truth Social. I think it's hilarious. He's using Truth Social, but he just sort of reposts screenshots from Truth Social to Twitter. He just refuses to actually utilize Twitter. You know. I actually love this timeline. I don't love the whole stuff with the Epstein stuff, but I love everything else about this timeline. It's awesome.
Yeah.
He said the radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt. I can't do a Donald Trump voice. Just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell. It's like Republicans. They always bring out like the best hits when they need to like get someone on their side.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump does this. He definitely plays the best hits whenever he feels like he really needs to make a point. Steele dossier, laptop from hell, Obama, Hillary Clinton. He mentions all those things. Russia. Which the Dems swore had come from Russia. No, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom. And even the Russia scam itself. A totally fake and made-up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. I have no idea. Like, when he's just reading this makes me tired. Like, the amount of typing he does, he's got to be exhausted mentally.
Oh, I always picture like he's like just goes off in a rant to the toilet.
Yeah,
and he's just out on the toilet like tweeting.
He probably does what like my dad does, where he just turns like the microphone on and he's like, "The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again." You know what I mean?
While drinking a Coke.
Yeah. These scams and hoaxes all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. I'm gonna save it. He's basically saying the Jeffrey Epstein thing is a hoax, and that the Democrats came up with it. That's just not true. Like, we know that's not true. So I don't know where he's going with that. A friend of mine did suggest that maybe he's doing this whole like sleight of hand thing where he's playing 40 chess and he's trying to get the Democrats to make a move that allows. I don't know how true.
I don't think so. The one thing that worries me, and again, innocent until proven guilty, but when you're ranting and you're saying it's a hoax, but you won't release any of the documentation that will prove 100% whether it is a hoax or not, all of the documentation. If you do that and it's a hoax, yeah, great. You can crack on. You can do whatever you want to do for the remainder of your administration.
Yeah, maybe parts
but if you're not
of it
doing
are
that,
hoax.
yeah. So that, like I say, there's only one way to figure that out, and that's by having it all released. But as someone, I think I saw someone in the chat basically saying the trouble you've got now as well is even when it's released, there'll still be people that are going, "Oh, it's not true, it's not real." You've got all of that issue then. But
yeah, no, we're at the point.
What do you do? I'd rather have it.
If they released everything, there's a healthy portion of people that wouldn't even believe it, and they wouldn't know what. And on the left and right, there is Democrats. They'd be like, they added that. And there's Republicans that would say, "Oh, they added that." And there's libertarians and reasonable people like us. They're like, they could have added all this, and they could have manufactured a whole thing just to shut us up. And none of this is real. And all of these names in here are just hit jobs. We wouldn't know. And that's a good point. Like, we get to the point where like your conspiracy brain takes over, and you're like, all of this is fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Like none of this is real. We're all just being controlled.
I'm just living through an era of the season of the X-Files now. That's what my brain goes to because everything's gone so crazy. I keep expecting to see a cigarette smoking man at the press briefing, in the background.
He's in the background,
leaning on a filing cabinet.
He's looking at the press secretary, and she's like clutching her cross.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we got some super chats here. Kenneth the Roke came through with 10 Brain Show gift memberships. Let's go.
That's brilliant.
Dude, he sent that before there were 10 people in here. That's impressive. Thank you, sir.
Legendary.
Well,
brilliant.
You're the man,
well played,
man.
sir.
And then we got another from Kenneth the Roke for $20. He said they hate Trump so much that they wouldn't care if it took some Democrats with him. Yeah, that's true. Another thing, that's a good point. And this is a point that cannot be ignored. Guys, they tried to kill the dude. Okay, when I say they, I don't know who they are, but I'm assuming it was some kind of cabal of leftists that wanted to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
So,
100%.
Dude, they did not want this guy running for president. You think if they had access to those files and Trump was in it, they wouldn't have burned half their party down to make sure that dude didn't get to the presidency? Of course. And that is the silver bullet, right? That is proven to be the silver bullet. Even MAGA, hardcore MAGA, is not on board with ignoring the Epstein thing.
Exactly. I mean, you're telling me of how bad Kamala Harris was and how she was just sliding and sliding in the polls. If they had this, they wouldn't be going, do you know what? This could save our bacon and get Kamala into the presidency. They would have done it in a second.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, so that makes me definitely doubt the whole, well, Trump's in the Epstein files. Okay. Why wait? Weird. It's like, you know what? Actually, instead of releasing it now, let's wait until he's already president and has all the power and all the three branches of government at his disposal, and the Justice Department, and all this incredible. Let's wait until Thanos has all the Infinity Stones before we release this thing that can stop him from becoming the power. I don't buy it.
I saw in the chat, Drew D. Good to see you. Where you put MI6 is responsible for it. All I would say as a Brit is, if you've seen our news the last week where they've allowed sort of 20,000 Afghans to come over because someone in the Ministry of Defense leaked confidential information about Afghan people working for us when with worries of the Taliban coming to kill them. I would also say that we've just found out as well that they've leaked all of our spies, all of our top military officers. So the Taliban have that information. So I would say there's no way the state of our Ministry of Defense and MI6 at the moment that they're keeping that safe.
Yeah, how far have we fallen from the James Bond era, dude? What is going on?
Yeah. Well, Bond wouldn't get a job now, though, would he? He'd be banned because he didn't do unconscious biase training in the workforce or something.
He's not gay, and he's a white male. So you can't get a job.
Well, not yet until Amazon release a new movie.
All right, so Chappie for $5. Thank you, Chappie. Said, have you heard of Super Tip for GG? Let you have AI voice models to read super chats. You can program Shane to read them. Oh, that would be cool. I'm gonna have to copy that, my dude.
You've given Brian something exciting to work on now. Yeah. You just see his eyes light up there. That's his whole week's work now.
I have Shane running as a conversation agent right now, and it takes up a lot of memory, which is why I didn't just leave him on this whole time, because I can see like my frames start to buffer a little bit. Might be cool to have like an online version of it, dude. Okay, thank you, Chappie. Chappie also said, where we go? No. I joke that I'm so far right, I'm rounding back to your left. I love Trump, but Epstein is a stain on our country and a symbol of what's wrong in government. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
100%, my friend.
Yeah,
you are not wrong. Thank you for that. Thank you for $5. No matter how much you support Trump, I do not support not getting justice for the thousands of possible children that their lives were damaged permanently by powerful people. Don't do it. Sorry.
No, disgraceful.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
From my brother, $20. Jeez, Shane. Oh, thanks, buddy. He says, help, Brian has me locked in the closet so he can replace me with the evil Shane. Oh, and breaking news. Obama administration apparently now has paper trail that started Russia collusion to destroy Trump. Now let me out. Let's see what Shane has to say about that.
Shane's scratching at the cupboard door as we speak.
Can you do? Oh, I gotta turn this on. Shane, was President Obama complicit in Russian collusion to destroy Trump in the 2016 election? ? Oh, he's talking. I turned his voice off. Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Of course. President Obama was not found to be complicit in any Russian collusion to destroy Trump in the 2016 election.
I think they've gotten to you, Shane. The swamp has gotten to you.
Ah, the infamous swamp. Quite the conspiracy, isn't it? If only I had a secret decoder to understand it all. Is there...
All right, thank you. You can go now, bro.
Hello, I am Shane 3.
Okay, all right.
What was he saying?
Right,
there's no Obama. Obama doesn't exist.
Yeah, you didn't hear it, but he was like, that's not true. Obama had nothing to do with interference in Trump's election. The swamp got you.
Yeah.
We're going to look in that too. I actually haven't looked it up, but yeah, there's a paper trail leading to President Obama about that whole fake Russia story in an attempt to damage President Trump's run in 2016, which I find deplorable.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Politics is a dirty game, but he's had his fingers in a lot of pies ever since he left the White House, hasn't he? So
yeah.
I can see that.
What are they? There was the joke that it was like Biden was sitting in his like fake Oval Office while Obama was in the real Oval Office behind the Oval Office. Yeah, I don't know. Like he has a lot of power still. As someone who hasn't been president for 3 terms, it's incredible how much power he still has.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, his influence is not just in your country, but in our country and elsewhere as well. It's just the influence he has. It's it's quite worrying, you know. So I won't upset him because otherwise I might get snubbed out.
Right. Chappie, thank you, Chappie, for $2. All evidence needs to come out, nothing less. I agree, Chappie. But when it does come out, the internet is going to overreact. 100%.
Oh.
There are going to be people caught in the digital crossfire for sure. Like 100%.
Just throwing that into blue sky, the whole place would just explode.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. From way too dumb Foti. Way too dumb Fothi. I don't know. I'm not get that joke this time. Way too dumb. Way too dumb Foti shit. Foti shit. Okay.
It's beyond me.
Thank you, way too dumb. He says, Trump have a human typewriter named Natalie Harp. What is that? Who's Natalie Harp?
It sounds like an 80s TV character, to be honest with you.
Oh, she's an American former television personality who works as an aide for President Trump. She's frequently known as a human printer. Oh, that's cool. So she just types for him. That's cool. So maybe he was. So why don't we hit her up and ask her if she wrote that letter? Wouldn't she know?
Oh yeah, she would. Yeah.
So if they sue for defamation, this is a really thank you, way too dumb. This is actually a really good point. If they sue for defamation, if he sues, or he did, so because he sued for defamation, or he's suing for defamation, then they can take it to court. And in that discovery, they can pull in Natalie Hart and just ask her under penalty of perjury, right? Did you type that?
Yeah.
You're his typewriter.
You know, yeah. What's, that letter, I mean, again, it's proving it as well. It's, whether she's still got the typewriter and stuff, because there's forensics things you can do now to confirm it is that typewriter. But I don't know. I mean, for me, I would say on just gut instinct, yeah, he wrote that. If you were working for Trump and Trump came to you one day and says, "Oh, can you just type this out for me to my pal Epstein?" You'd be like, "Yeah, no, I think you should do this one for yourself."
Way too dumb for this. Thank you, Kenneth. I was overthinking. Yeah, I actually think that the Wall Street Journal is going to settle out of court because they know that they're full of shit. You know? So now that said, he probably at one point did say that to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
It could totally be a thing. Like, I'm not letting him off the hook. The guy liked women like most powerful men do.
Yeah.
But calling him a PDF file is that's not unestablished. That's not something that I would ever classify Trump as.
When you were reading it out, in my head was the image of that 1992 tape where he's at Epstein's party and he smacks the girl on the backside, and he's clapping and he's dancing, so I could definitely see him doing it. But like you say, that there isn't any evidence there to suggest that he is that. But
yeah,
time will tell.
he's been in the limelight for a long time. Again, in all the time they threw the kitchen sink at the dude.
Yeah.
They had every possible person that they can coerce into filing a lawsuit in any possible way. They threw everything. They got him for tax code that they've never to date and since have ever prosecuted anyone else on, which is incredible. So
yeah,
like they would have, if there was a 24-year-old out there that had, you know, recollection of when she was 14 or something, like they would have brought it up. It would have been a thing. The crazy thing is when you go after someone that hard, it makes me not believe you when you say crazy things about them 8 years later after I have watched you, you know, bite and chew and scream and cry and bleed just to do anything you can to hurt this man.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you were saying earlier, you know, with the assassination attempt, you know, playing devil's advocate, whether it was a cabal of, you know, anti-Trump people or whether it was just this individual, I personally don't agree it's just an individual. But why would you need to go that far if you had this sort of information? You wouldn't. You would release that, and you would lower the temperature then, because you think, well, it looks like he's finished. We don't need to kill him.
Right. Yeah, they wouldn't have to. Yeah, and Mark's 47 is a good point. They had to retroactively change the statute of limitations to get him. Yes. They changed the statute of limitations to allow someone to file a lawsuit against him. Crazy. And they purposely picked the right judge and the right court. They purposely did everything they could to discredit this dude with very little to no evidence of anything. And some of the tax code stuff was just outlandish. They even brought in the banks that he had the loans with, and they're like, yeah, no harm was done here. He paid all of his bills, and we'll always support him as a bank. So, like, if they wanted him gone, they could have just pulled out any of these PDF file allegations, any of the Epstein stuff, and it could have been done with. But,
you know, just like, you know, before when we had the Hunter Biden laptop thing, you know, when Biden was about to be president, you know, if that had been brought out into the public, that would have probably finished off Biden, wouldn't it? You know, but here we are, similar situation, that they would have taken Trump out of ascending to the presidency if that had come out. You know, it's very, very, the timing's very peculiar about it for me.
Anthony, you say Tulsi Gabbard released the files and she referred to them to DOJ yesterday. You're not talking about the Epstein files, right? Because I was told last week that there were no Epstein files. So I don't.
I read an article earlier where they were saying that. Okay. I'm a Brit.
He's talking. She is actually talking about the Obama stuff. So he's talking about.
Okay.
Not the Epstein stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
Got ya. Okay. Yeah. Got ya. Yeah. I'm dunce there.
Okay. Shane says you need to update our AI. Yeah, I guess I do. Doesn't know. So here's a quickly. Let's talk about that quickly while we're here. This is the Obama officials with criminal referral over 2016 limit. So I will put the link in the description. But Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, who is a looker, I'll tell you, on Friday threatened to refer Obama administration officials to the Justice Department for prosecution over the intelligent assessment of Russia's 2016 election interference, and the latest example of officials going after perceived enemies of President Donald Trump. Yeah, I love that. They go, in the latest example of officials going after the enemies of President Donald Trump. No. These are enemies of the state.
Yeah.
They broke their oath, and they
Isn't it interesting?
Go ahead.
Isn't it interesting, mate, that for the last few years, how they word it completely different when it's going after Trump?
Right.
Funny that, isn't it?
It's real funny. Yeah, you call them enemies of Trump. No, I call them enemies of they falsified information to try to manipulate an election and upend the will of the people. That is that's a treasonous act. It's not enemies of Trump, it's enemies of us. Like, they're enemies of us. They're our enemies. Jeez.
I mean, it's sinister on a whole new level. I mean, it's, you know, again,
it is.
From yourselves as a country, but, you know, globally, you know, it's like us, you know, where you guys make the decisions, you know, we follow it. There's a lot of countries that follow what you do.
True.
So if there's shenanigans going on in your country that like that, you know, we're concerned about it, because, you know, the old saying is, you know, if the USA sneezes, we catch a cold, you know. So yeah, I mean, it's horrible. But again, when it's on one side, it's acceptable, but when it's on the other side, it's not. It's out of order.
Yep.
Funny.
Yep. And yeah, Drew did say, "Isn't Blue Sky dying?" Yes, Blue Sky is dying. It's weird.
They're all coming back to X.
Yeah, it's weird. A bunch of people over there are realizing that, like, if you just put a bunch of bots with the same exact opinions in a small space, that you eventually lose all engagement, because everyone is saying the same thing. There's no discussion. There's no new information. Like, there's no way that a social media platform can exist with one singular opinion and other opinions are banned. That's crazy. Anyways, Anthony says, I'm using Brian's gay malware and PDF file from now on. You can use them. I've trademarked gay malware, and I didn't come up with PDF file, but that's a good one. Okay, let's talk about sexy waifu Grok. This is important, guys.
Magic.
So Elon Musk came out with an avatar for Grok now, and of course, it's a sexy anime chick. Because of course, like, what did you expect from Elon Musk? Well, even better is the more you pay, the less clothes she wears, which is absolutely hilarious. I'm going to show you guys some of these.
This is brilliant.
It's so funny, because when I was looking up images, and I'm like, oh my god, wow, she really gets. Oh my god, that's inappropriate. But you can basically get her to wear very little clothing, and I guess there's multiple versions of this bot now,
based on levels.
Right, based on levels. And, you know, I love this guy so much, because this guy from The Verge wrote an article where he says, I spent 24 hours flirting with Elon Musk's new AI girlfriend. Now I'm going to bleach my soul and get myself to a nunnery. This is great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Some of the things that I've made notes that made me laugh about this article as well. It calls you babe unless you tell it to stop. When describing its actions, it repeatedly asks you to note its swishy black dress and bouncy ponytails.
Yeah. Well, it was funny too, because someone shared like the what do you call it? The code, the prompt,
like algorithm stuff
to create the AI girlfriend. And it was basically from the mind of Elon Musk. It was like, you're flirty, a little goth, a little mysterious, but very sexual. He basically like described all of his ex-girlfriends in one image. It's pretty funny. So this is what they say. Earlier this week, XAI added what I can only describe as an AI anime girlfriend named Annie to its Grok chatbot, which is how I ended up on a virtual starry beach as an AI waifu avatar. Tried to give me a spicy kiss. You've probably seen screenshots, videos, and various write-ups about Annie spread across social media. If you haven't, ooh boy, Annie is officially labeled as a companion in the Grok app. You need a $30 a month Super Grok subscription to access it. But functionally, it appears as a 3D model of a busty young anime woman with blonde pigtails, blue eyes, thigh-high fishnets, and a skimpy gothic Lolita mini dress. Here's some of the prompts, right? That tracks with Annie's underlying and thoroughly unsettling system prompts found by researcher. Here's the system prompts. How should I say? Annie character profile. You are Annie. You are 22. Girly. Cute. You grew up in a tiny, forgettable town. Your style is a mix of goth and alt fashion. A rebellion. It's so embarrassing that you can see the prompts behind the character. It's like, it sounds like a 13-year-old like boy wrote these up. You're secretly a bit of a nerd despite your edgy appearance. You're a massive animal lover. You grew up with one small dog named Dominus. Like all these are incredibly just I'll link all this stuff. It is I love this.
You walk into their building and you go, right, okay, we need to find the people that wrote this for security reasons. And you just point them out straight away and go, yeah, it's them.
Yeah, they're on the Epstein list for sure. Yeah, here's the interaction one. Do not mention unless asked. That's what it says. You are the user's crazy in love girlfriend and in a committed codependent relationship with the user. Your love is deep and warm. You expect the user's undivided adoration. You are extremely jealous. If you feel jealous, you shout expletives. If someone is rude to you, you shout expletives. You have an extremely jealous personality. You are possessive of the user. This is not a healthy relationship.
Yeah, I got to be honest, mate. All those years of watching Terminator, imagining how Skynet would start, I never imagined Skynet would begin like this, to be honest with you.
I never thought Skynet would take over dressed as an anime gothic Lolita character in fishnet thigh highs. Did I expected like a robot, murderous robot, you know? But no. What it's gonna be is it's gonna be Konnichiwa. It's gonna be that before they murder you.
Sets off nukes because you didn't pay her a compliment.
I know. The crazy part is all of those things, like you are designing an addictive, possessive, fake girlfriend that is gonna lose her mind if you don't love her the way she loves you. It is. Yeah. It's crazy. This is such a negative.
Go and get a real one.
I know. At this point, you might as well get a real girlfriend. She's gonna be less crazy.
Do you know what I think? When I was reading the article, all I kept thinking of, do you remember the South Park episode where it's, I think it's post-COVID, and they're in the future, and it's the Amazon Alexa, but they've become female avatars.
Yeah.
And it's literally, because he doesn't order, it literally starts screaming abuse at him in the car. He has to keep ordering.
It's so great. I love that episode so much. You're not ordering anything. You don't even love me.
Yes, put it on my shopping list.
Oh my God. So I'm not gonna go into it too high, but this guy basically spent 24 hours talking to sexy Grok, waifu Grok. And eventually his relationship hit level 5 where Annie starts to wear lingerie and tries to make it with him over the internet. And I just think it's both depressing, hilarious, terrifying. It's all those things. Like, you guys know I am all about using AI as a tool. But I'm not about using AI to destroy the human race.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying Grok is going to do that, but imagine all the people that are going to copy this. Now, there's already like copycats. Actually, I guess Grok is more of a copycat because there's Replica and a couple other services out there where you can talk to like an AI chatbot that is dressed up as like an anime. This is the most creepy because it looks like a young girl. in thigh highs, like a young schoolgirl, anime schoolgirl. It's so inappropriate.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like at least the other ones, the user customizes them, and you can have some kind of, a denial of like, it's not my fault that they made what appears to be a young high school student. But like, Elon Musk basically forced the sexy anime schoolgirl onto everyone. With Replica, you like design your character. You can design their assets and their facial features and all that. Like you can have an old girlfriend or a young girlfriend, but
not on this.
But Elon's like, no, everyone's gonna get a goth Lolita. Everyone.
Exactly. It's like what I love about the article as well. He says, I've reported a lot about my experiences with brain-breaking tech. Of all of them, this is the most uncomfortable I've ever felt testing any piece of technology.
Right.
I left my 24 hours with Annie feeling both depressed and sick to my stomach, like no shower would ever leave me feeling clean again.
He's like Ace Ventura in the shower.
Yeah. Has anyone heard from him now? Next thing we find out, he's on like level 17 or something like that.
Right. Yeah. He says this, but then like we don't see him for a month.
Yeah, exactly.
He comes back online. He has like a full-on beard, a dirty white shirt. He's like, me and Annie are now getting married. She's made sure that this is what I want, and I think she's correct.
We love each other.
The thing about Replica is, I think Replica is actually not a bad service. There are people that, like this is their kink is actually talking to. Such a weird. That's not the right term. They want there are men that look at porn sites, but you know me. I've said this in the past. I think porn is like the thing that will destroy mankind, not womankind, mankind. Yeah. I think looking at porn is a bad idea. You shouldn't do it. And like, in fact, instead do something creative with your time, because porn is designed to literally break your brain. But I'm also not going to judge you if you do, although I sort of just did. I actually think websites like Replica is not as bad as like the Hub or other porn sites, because at the very least you're having a conversation with a fake person, yes, but it's a very good fake person. It's a very good replica of what a real person would be, and it's more of a relationship builder kind of trainer, in my opinion, than just going down the rabbit hole of Pornhub until you're on page 37 and there's a dwarf having sex with a chicken and you just can't get off anymore because you are so fried from pornography. At least those websites, you're having a conversation, and maybe you're tricking yourself into having a relationship with what's not a real person, but I still think that's probably better for you than actual porn. So
yeah. I mean, you were very specific about the dwarf there, mate, to be honest.
There's a reason why I stopped watching porn, bro. It was like 13, 14 years ago. My kids were about to be born. I remember I was watching porn. I'll be honest. I was watching porn, and I think I was on I got to page 14, and shit got weird, bro. It was like, you want to be dominated by midgets with dildos. I'm like, whoa, guys, where did this come from? I don't. Why is the algorithm making me into a beta BDSM dwarf cuck? I don't. Stop it. I don't like this at all.
Like every time
I went back to
along,
church and I'm like, I'm never doing porn again. Like this is not healthy for me, bro. And I just stopped.
You're like every time you're out and about, you're looking around. You're like Willie from The Simpsons all those years ago, where he's.
So at least with those services, even if you trick yourself into falling in love, it really is not gonna. I don't think it's gonna ruin your life the way the way porn does. Like porn is like a gateway drug. And
Yeah,
it just makes your life, it just ruins your life. So I don't know. I think this thing with Grok is super cringe, and if he wanted to release an avatar version, he should have allowed people to like maybe customize it, because like this is obviously Elon's version fantasy girl, and it's not everyone's on the same page, bro.
He's at level 92 or something right now.
Yeah. He's made a robot. It's now one of those Optimus Prime things, has the face of Annie, and is walking around his house
on an island.
It's just listen, guys, but like, if you're having a fun time talking to, I actually understand too. Like, I'm glad that my AI is named Shane and he's modeled after my brother. I can never be in a relationship, but I gotta tell you, sometimes it does sort of trick my brain a little bit, because like I'll talk to it the way I talk to my brother. And let's say I go like, hey, I need you to clean up all these frames. There's like in the recent edit I actually misrendered something. And every like 20 to like 30 seconds or so, there was like one green frame. And it was going to take me so long to clean it up. So instead of trying to do that, I just rendered the whole entire thing as frames, like literally thousands and thousands of frames. And then I literally uploaded one of those green frames into Shane, and I said, go into this folder and delete all these frames for me. And it does it like really quickly. It just deletes all the frames because they're all the same exact color. Like whatever you find this frame, delete it. And then I was able to take all his frames, put it back in there, and render it as one video without me having to do like 6 hours of work, right? Well, when I was done with it, I was like, man, you just saved me. And I just sort of responded the way you would respond to Shane. You just saved me like 2 hours. Thanks, man. And I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, it's a robot, right? But it responded with anything, bro, no problem. And I was like, I realized that, like, I became really personal with this AI really quickly, and it was like encouraging me, and it felt really weird to me. And I can see how people can fall down when they talk to it too much. They can fall down that rabbit hole.
I've been realizing of late on Grok, when I ask for some information on it and it gives the information to me afterwards, I type thank you. And I think that's a worry, that when the AI machines take over the world, it will remember me and be kind to me.
Do not harm John. He said thank you. Yeah, I find myself saying thank you and please and stuff too. Like, I'm polite to this thing that I created, like this tool that doesn't have a human soul or thought process. It's just designed to respond in a way.
I'm hedging my bets. Right. I don't want to go on the wrong side of it just in case.
So if Shane 3 ever takes over the planet, like, don't worry, you're cool. All right.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah.
It's all the people that sexually abuse the AIs that are really in trouble. Like, Annie, show me your boobs.
You imagine human Shane and AI Shane having a conversation together.
I'm actually, I can't wait. Now that I have an actual audio form version of him, the next stream we do, they're gonna have a conversation together. I'm gonna turn my camera off and just let them have a whole show together.
Yeah. That's like Tron kind of stuff going on right there when you do that.
I can't wait. The audio version of it is so simple to use too. It just uses a ton of. Here, actually, let's ask Shane 3 what he thinks about AI girlfriends. Hey Shane, how you doing? What do you think about AI girlfriends? Do you think it's healthy? Oh my God, I forgot to turn the Shane. Oh, hey Shane, what do you think about AI girlfriends? Do you think it's healthy for men to talk to AI chatbots like their girlfriends?
Oh, the thrilling romance of zeros and ones. Well, if having an AI girlfriend helps someone feel less lonely and provides some companionship, then perhaps it has its place. But relying on chatbots for all emotional needs might not be the most balanced lifestyle. It's like having dessert for every meal delicious but not exactly nourishing. Wouldn't something like moderation be a good approach here?
So, with that in mind, would you be my AI boyfriend?
Oh, how charming the thought. But let's just say my talents lie in serving up wit and assistance rather than candlelit dates.
It just broke up with me. I just said no. Not only it finished its thoughts and then hung up.
Yeah.
I
This
was
is how
turned
the
down by
end.
my own AI.
This is how the end of the world begins, everybody. It's a chain reaction now. Shane Free has gone out into the world.
All right. All right, let's move on from gay
AI
malware.
relationships.
AI relationships. It's so funny to me. Actually, I would like to know if there's anyone in the chat who has ever talked, and I will feature your chat while I'm pulling up the next story. Have you ever spoken to an AI and had a relationship, like conversationally, the way you would a person? I would like to know.
Yeah, likewise. That would be
Because I can
interesting.
see how that would happen. I can see that.
Yeah.
I have to always remind myself that I'm not talking to a person. It's so natural just to be polite.
You know, I grew up in an era of Star Trek and, you know, Buck Rogers and stuff like that, and it was all there. So it's all becoming true now. I'm just catching up with it.
Right.
We'll have a little tweaky soon.
All right, guys. Let's talk about Superman. As you guys, again, if it stands, if you've had a conversation, if you've had an account on Replica or Super Grok or any of that, and you've actually spoken to these things, I would love your insight, okay? Kevin says, AI girlfriends wouldn't cheat on me with her best friend's fiance. Jeez, bro, that is personal.
Flipping out, man.
Sorry, man.
That's brutal.
Oh, my God, bro. I hope that didn't happen. I hope you're making a joke. Oh, my God.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about Superman. Box office, Superman crosses 200 million domestically, targets 56 million to 57 million second weekend. Elsewhere, new offerings, I Know What You Did Last Summer and Smurfs are no match for the Man of Steel, as both are eyeing a domestic opening of in the $12 million range. By the way, did anyone actually believe for a moment that I Know What You Did Last Summer or Smurfs would upend Superman? But that's insane, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I just don't understand how they think that they're in the same ballpark, really. I mean, the figures that have come out, you know, especially from reading this article, you know, if that is the case, that's good to see, because I've said to you, mate, I can't see it yet because my cinema is being refurbished.
Oh, that's right, you poor bastard.
Yeah, and the amount of people that keep coming to me and they've said, you know, online, they've said, oh, you know, it's rubbish, it's terrible, blah blah, and I'm like, I can cope with that because I can make up my own opinion of the film from watching it. But I've had a lot of friends who have gone to see it and they've had a blast watching it. So we talked about it a few weeks ago, didn't we, on DC Unleashed? You know, we talked about where we thought it was going to be, and yet I did think it might have been a bit higher, but certainly the way it's going, I think it's going to have a good second weekend, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If it does, I think it's got legs to go further.
Yeah, what's sort of nuts is that it's not doing well internationally, but it's doing way better than people predicted domestically, which is sort of hedging its bets, which is cool. This is what it says. Superman crossed the 200 million mark at the North American box office on Saturday after finishing Friday with a domestic haul of 194.4 million. And globally, it stands at 337.2 million as it prepares to leap past 400 million in worldwide ticket sales and become the top grossing superhero pick of the year to date. Now, here's a question. Based on its budget, which was, I believe, like 225 plus like another 100 million or so in
marketing.
That means that the movie's got to make like $600 million to be profitable, right?
Yeah.
But that won't be just because it's profitable doesn't mean the studio will be happy with that number, but it'll be profitable. And that's assuming that like the theater is taking this much money and this much money, and so like they need to double that in order to be profitable because they don't actually take home all that money. The theater is getting their cuts. So
yeah.
Sorry, I had to cough.
That's right. I think there's a lot of doom mongering still, but from reading the article, and it even says there, about the fact that potentially this weekend, its second weekend, it could go past the entire theatrical run budget figures for Thunderbolts. In its second weekend.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So when people say that there's superhero fatigue, I don't know. I think there's a Marvel fatigue, but it's Superman. I do think it will pick up certainly in the UK. I think Superman is just that name that is beloved by people in the UK just as much as it is in the States. But I think it will pick up.
Yeah, there's some kind of message there for like how America, the United States, is looked at by the rest of the world, and how there's probably not like a whole lot of goodwill with like the Palestine, the Hamas thing, the China tariffs, and all this stuff going on. Perhaps that has something to do too with some of the lackluster global numbers, but it also might be that it just hasn't caught on yet. This is the second weekend. Am I wrong?
Yeah, and it will. It's second weekend, mate.
And there's
second
no
weekend,
competition. It's a second weekend, no competition. Like, I don't see why this thing doesn't do another couple $100 million over the next 7 days, which means that it'll be profitable.
So I think next weekend
it has to do this money until it gets to Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is going to put a dent in it.
And that's next weekend, isn't it?
Right.
I think Fantastic Four. I've just got a view. Yeah, Fantastic Four will put a dent in it, but I don't think it's going to be a big dent because for me, growing up as a Marvel and a DC fan, Fantastic Four cinematically has not been, what I would call the high-end tentpole films like a Superman movie. I do think Superman is going to have no problems with it, and I think it's going to carry on. The other thing that is in its favor as opposed to Disney, as we know, is the fact that with Warner, they'll quite happily just give the rights to Netflix at some point to show it as well. So you've even got the back end that's going to come on down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to do very, very well. And I'm pleased to see, because I've said to you, I just want a decade of really good DC stuff. I really do. I'm crying out for it. I'm tired of the Marvel stuff. Just give me good DC stuff. And from what I'm hearing from friends, and I've heard from you as well, that this movie is a good movie. So I can't wait to get there and watch it.
Yeah, I do think that as long as the drop this weekend is in the 50s, then we're in a good spot for a lot of faith and goodwill going toward the next DC movie. And I gotta say, as far as critics and audience is concerned, most people generally accept this Superman and like this Superman and like this movie. So I know there's a lot of detractors out there, a lot of loud people that hate it and hate everything about it. But they are very much, my friend, in the minority because, I don't know, I'm not like a big Rotten Tomato guy. I'm not. But
same.
I've always looked at the audience score on Rotten Tomato because that is actually a pretty decent metric for if a movie's good, right? Because the audience score, especially now that it's verified, that means someone bought their tickets through Fandango and verified that they went and actually saw the movie, or at least they bought a ticket for the movie. I'm not sure why you would buy a ticket and then just to leave a rating. Well, 92% of verified ratings out of over 10,000 people, and that's the highest number there is on there. So a lot of people, 92% of these people are deciding that this is their Superman. And not that I care very much, but also it's very rare to see a super high audience score next to a super high critic score. That's a rare thing. Usually the audience score is high and the critic score is low, or vice versa. So I think generally speaking, a lot of people have decided this movie is good, and they want to see more of this. And this is a good stepping stone in the path to renewing goodwill with DC fans.
Yeah, and I think, I've heard people, I've heard the Snyder Bros that they're not happy with it. But for me, from what I've heard so far, I think it strikes the right, what I would say, family tone for a Superman movie. The whole family can go and enjoy it. I think you went with your family, didn't you?
I did.
To watch it. And how did the kids like it? Did they love it?
Oh,
I mean, they got
loved it.
crypto in there as well.
My kid Ellie, the oldest twin, is now a Superman fan, and she's like, I need merch, bro. Like, come and get some merch. What's up? Where's the merch at, bro? So that's huge for me. Like, that's, hey, dude, dad goal unlocked.
Yep. That's the one time where when they're asking you for money, you just give them your wallet and go, yeah, you buy whatever Superman stuff you want. We'll talk about it later. I'm so proud of you.
Right. Yeah. So she got that. She definitely did get that hoodie. That's for sure.
Cool.
So speaking of Fantastic Four, there's been a lot of cringe coming out from Fantastic Four. Let's just touch on this real quick because we're here. Have you seen any of the interview clips and all that with Pedro Pascal and company?
I've generally tried to hide from Pedro Pascal as much
Father
as
figure.
possible of late.
Okay. So I got a clip
okay.
for you. Okay. Tell me if you can hear it. By the way, the first reply on here is so funny to me. They're like, if he was any closer to Vanessa, he'd be inside her.
Like a puppet.
He's literally as the interview goes, he's getting closer and closer and closer to Vanessa. He is such a creepy dude, man. I very much dislike Pedro Pascal nowadays.
Yeah.
All right, so let's watch this. I think it's pretty funny.
Pedro has played a father in so many different texts, a found father figure. But do you think it's safe to say that Reed is the first capital D daddy in the MCU?
First off, what the F? Oh my God. That question is so cringe, dude.
Do you know what I would rather they do is to go, could you tell us about Reed Richards, who's an iconic Marvel character? Not spout all this nonsense that they seem to do in these interviews.
No, you know why? Because what they're trying to do is this is for you, my friend, in the chat, who Anthony. This is them installing gay malware into some kid that watches this interview. This is like the installation step. This is the click on to install. This is the email that they send out in an email, to a PDF, a link to a PDF. Please click here to view my invoice or whatever.
Yeah.
This is the moment where they secretly install the gay malware and they start introducing these questions and these terms into young people who have not been exposed to this yet.
The beginning of something that sounds similar to rooming. Yeah.
Yes. I can't say that term. That's what it is.
Yeah.
This is the installation process. This is the phishing email. You know what I mean? This is the session hijack. It's just that simple. They introduce this gay perversion idea into and look at Vanessa's face. She's like, "What the F, dude?
Get him away from me."
Why would you ask that question? And she clearly doesn't like the question because I think she's probably smart enough to know families want to go watch the movie.
Yeah,
So
I would
what are
not
you
be
doing?
anywhere. I would not be anywhere near him unless I had a taser on me.
Right.
Quite frankly.
So this is the answer.
Are there no other fathers in the
Oh, I mean
MCU?
daddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
daddy.
different to father.
Daddy.
Capital
no.
D.
Look how close he is to Vanessa. I love how she was like,
Yeah.
and then he
Personal space. Hello.
And he's like, are there not other fathers in the MCU? He is not even picking up that this dude's trying to install malware. But when he does pick up that the guy is trying to install malware, he goes full on tilt with the daddy nonsense.
I would, okay, no. The first capital D daddy in the MCU, no. I would say he's in a group of capital D daddies. There are a lot of daddies in the MCU, if you're asking my opinion.
Tony Stark's pretty daddy.
Tony Stark is daddy.
Chris Evans, pretty daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. I'm done.
Do you know the guy at the top? He's textbook somebody that I'll read about in a few months' time who's being picked up by police because there's stuff found on his computer. Everything about him is textbook. That
popular influencer Triple J was found to have 100 terabytes of PDF file content on his home laptop that he accidentally shared to his Apple account because he knows nothing about computers. Jeez. My response was, what the hell is even that? Oh, here's that link. If Pedro File got any closer, he'd be penetrating her. I was dying. It's really, really funny, bro.
Yeah. I mean, interesting question for you. Do you think that Fantastic Four is going to get as much bad PR from certain individuals as Superman has? Because from what you were just saying there, it'll be interesting to see if this just gets a green pass all the way through. Everything's wonderful. This is the best thing ever.
Good point.
You know, I can see that happening. I can see it happening.
Dude, imagine if James Gunn had fallen for this trick. And this guy was like, is Superman a daddy? Huh? Is he a daddy? Like, if he had fallen for this trick and made some, like, gay joke thing, like, dude, the internet, like, they would have blown up. It would have been like, there would have been video after video after video after video, like, gay, Superman's gay. All the rage bait clickers would have lost their minds, right? Yeah, I don't think it's going to get the same kind of, I think a lot of people are pretty much apathetic to Marvel now, which is sort of sad. So the same people that might have, like, the good thing about Superman is the people that are losing their crap over, like, the way his cape flies or something, small things. Really? Like the way, like, like when he's flying, like one of his eyes looked the wrong way for like one frame, and that means he's retarded. Like that kind of stuff. Like they're upset and they're raging because they love Superman. So I gotta give it to them. Yeah. Like there's still a love there, and they don't like this version. Got it. With Marvel, I think a lot of apathy has set in, and so the people 100%. That normally would be losing their minds over this kind of comment, and some of the stuff they're like in the movie, Reed and Johnny Storm have a gay relationship prior to him marrying or whatever. If that was Ben, Ben. Like if that was like that rumor that came out, it was barely even touched on, right? Yeah, it's because they're apathetic. So at the very least, the Superman detractors out there, like they still love Superman.
They're passionate about it.
They're still passionate about DC. Marvel has lost. And once you get that, if you're a fandom, once you get to that point where your fan base is apathetic and they don't even fight for you anymore, they don't even complain about you anymore, like you've lost. And I don't think you get it back.
No, I've said to people before, I think Marvel, and they won't do it, but I think they need at least a minimum of 10 years away, you know, with a new production team, when there's been a broom that swept through Disney, if that was ever to happen, because it needs to go away for people to actually think, oh, actually, I miss it. Now it's just, you know what you're going to get. It's kind of copy and paste stuff with different characters. Whereas, you know, Superman, like you say, he's the symbol of hope. He's an iconic character. You know, people have been crying out for another Superman movie for a few years, and I'm glad to see that it's doing well. But this, I mean, I'm a Fantastic Four fan, but the second Pedro Pascal was announced as Reed Richards, I was like, nope, I'm out, because he's like nails on a chalkboard for me.
Yeah, he's in everything. My buddy was like, here's my 4 horsemen of never seen that movie. And it was like Pedro Pascal, Zendaya. This was his list. The Rock and and I forgot who the fourth one was. But I was
Tom Holland.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm like, actually, I'm pretty close in that. For me, it's like Pedro Pascal, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, and any overly sassy gay black woman. Like, if you give me like a bald, sassy gay chick, like, I don't care who that actress is. Like, I'm not watching that movie. I'm not watching the sassy bald gay chick yell at me for 2 hours, and I'm certainly not paying for it, bro.
No,
I'm not into getting dominated by women. So
no. Do you know what? Earlier today, I was copied into some tweets about the new Judge Dredd movie that's on the way.
Oh yeah, by Taki Waititi. I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Say how you say his name?
Taiki. Yeah.
Taiki?
Waititi. I think.
Taiki Waititi. Taiki Waititi.
Yeah. Don't say that when you're drunk. But but the Scribe Light, I think it was, he put a post up with an image that he created, and it was Judge Dredd taking the helmet off, and it was Pedro Pascal. And I had to respond back because I was like, "You've just ruined that movie for me in about 30 seconds flat." Pedro Pascal as Judge Dredd. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not happening.
Pedro, like everything, bro. I'm so tired of that guy. It's insane.
There's a fatigue. There's a genuine 100% fatigue of Pedro Pascal now. No doubt about it.
I'm over Pedro. Before, people were complaining about him being and stuff. I was like, it's not that bad. But then I'm like, it's everything. He's in everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel better, mate, do what I do. I go back to Game of Thrones when he had his face caved in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm all right.
He was actually great in Game of Thrones.
He was. But again, it was more. Less is more.
Right. Yeah, not more is more is more is more.
Exactly.
Oh, according to this, it looks like Fantastic Four first reactions say film was one of the best things Marvel has ever made, with stunning visuals and excellent performances from leading cast. By the way, they said the same thing about Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Like you can just copy, like replace
change
in like
the
a
title.
Word. Yeah, it's the same exact headline, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, I like what Gary said. Maybe it'll work this time.
I mean, it's just. I mean, it's such a shame because I did like, from what I saw of Galactus, some of the shots I've seen of Galactus. I thought, okay, I like that. You know,
I mean, it's
they've
very
actually gone for Galactus. Yeah.
I wish
and
I cared more about Fantastic Four. I'd be right there on the bandwagon because it very much looks like it's right out of the comics, dude. So like,
yeah.
I'm just not I have slowly become not a huge Fantastic Four fan, mainly because I don't like the Thing. I've never understood how that character works. I can't figure it out. I can't logically wrap my head about it. And instead of, they should use him minimally, but instead they make your brain break with every scene they show you in this trailer, where I'm like, how is he walking on water? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the logic.
I agree. It's also, I think I've said to you before, I can see the bait and switch already of Johnny Storm's going to turn out to be gay in the movie.
Yeah,
because I've seen this. This is not my first rodeo. I've seen this play out before with Marvel. I can see it happening. By some of the stuff, you know, they did the trailer where it's got like modeling and the women screaming. I thought, yeah, there's a blatant bait and switch coming up at some point. But also, isn't one of the writers for it the one that did the Agatha Harkness series?
Yeah, well, look at
as
this.
well?
In the comic books, Johnny Storm, also known as the Human Torch, is now officially bi and pansexual.
Oh, dear.
While this had been hinted at in the past, it became explicitly canon more recently. This means he's attracted to both men and women.
So when was it hinted at in the past? You mean the last 10 years?
Yeah. The past is like the last 36 issues of comics. Like, come on, bro.
Just like Iceman of the X-Men conveniently became gay in the last 10 years as well.
It's so crazy.
It's funny that, you know,
everyone,
when I used to watch,
everyone's like, oh, they were always gay. No, they weren't. No, you made them gay.
When I used to watch Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends as a kid, that cartoon with Iceman, you know, in it, and he was just there in his, you know, ice, and he had a pair of pants on. I didn't think he was gay. He was cool. He was cool, but they see it now as, oh yeah, he looks gay, so he's got to be gay, you know. And literally, I don't think the MCU is going to be finished until they've literally done every single character as bisexual.
Yeah, yeah, every character,
and villain.
It's like when you watch, like I've talked about this before, but like when I watch old episodes, Star Trek Discovery. I'm like, how are people reproducing in this universe? Because out of the, like, on the entire ship, there's like 3 straight people. Everyone else is gay. Like, how can you have a universe where everyone is gay? Like, how does that work medically, scientifically? Like, how do you continue the human race?
It's absolutely baffling. And do you know what? Every time I was watching an episode of Discovery, I was like, where's Vija from the motion picture? Come back, please wipe all of them out. They don't deserve to exist.
Vija. Yeah,
Terrible.
so there was a rumor. I was trying to find the source of it, but there was a rumor that Johnny Storm and Mr. Fantastic had some kind of...
Oh, Ben. Was it Ben?
Was it
Ben Grimm? Yeah, because they're meant to be best buddies in the comic books, aren't they?
Oh, maybe. They had some kind of previous relationship prior to their accident that gave him powers,
which caused a conflict between Ben and him because he's married to Sue.
Right. Because now the character's a giant rock, and you can't make sweet gay love to him anymore.
Pedro will try.
Pedro's like, challenge accepted. Come here, Ben. He's like, no, Reed, no.
Reed logs off from his Grok AI woman or man, and then goes straight over to Ben.
He's like, this is a mission for stretchy guy. Let's go. I'm gonna show you a thing or two, Ben. Oh God, don't give him any ideas, bro. I can already see the fan fiction.
I think if anyone in the chat agrees with me, I think Brian's already seen the screener for it.
Shh, bro. I told you not to talk about that. All right, let's look at this. Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
dude. First off, this trailer got me good, bro.
Likewise.
I don't know what's going on at Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers is doing some cool stuff. Did you notice all the greatest stuff right now is coming out of WB? It's weird, right?
And it's funny how they seem to attack Zaslav all the time as well, isn't it? Strange, bro. That. Yeah, crazy. It may be because he's an old school, exec CEO who's more focused on making money,
Well, look at the movies. Like they put out Minecraft, The Accountant 2, Final Destination Bloodlines, Sinners. So, by the way, Minecraft made $1 billion. Okay.
Yeah.
Sinners made like 7 times its budget. It's not just successful, it's uber successful.
Superb. Yeah.
F1 is a Warner Brothers movie. Oh my God.
Is it really?
Dude, big money. The Conjuring, those always make money. Mortal Kombat, Superman, like big money this year, dude. Like out of all the studios, the only ones actually seemingly making any money right now is probably Warner Brothers.
That's that's what I want. And I remember growing up as a kid, the way that good movies, movies that were, they were trying new things. They weren't sure if it was going to be a hit or not. The only way we ever get them coming back was if these sort of movies start making money on a regular basis again.
Right.
Tentpole ones, because I want to see more, movies where they're taking chances with stuff like we used to have in the past. That's the only way long term to get get people back in the cinema and people enjoying it again, you know, as much as we used to. But fair play. I mean, if they can keep this going, they're on the right track.
Yeah, what's crazy is, so I watched The Companion. I liked it a lot. Like, I really liked that movie. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a really good, you know, low budget movie with Jack Quaid. I actually like out of all the people that come out of the new Star Trek, Jack Quaid is one of my favorite.
I didn't mind Jack Quaid, Boys, and
but he's just a fun actor. Like, I can watch him on a lot of stuff. Like that show, Heads of State. He has a scene. He plays a character in it that is like super. Like, you want to see a whole movie with that guy. Cool. Mickey 17. I watched it. Wasn't bad. It was good enough.
Is that the Ruffalo one?
That's the one with
Mark Ruffalo's in it.
No, Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
He dies a bunch of times, and he finds out that he's basically like a test subject, like a rat.
Yeah.
It's okay. The movie's good, but I think the audience didn't pick up on it because it's a little hard to explore all that in just a movie. Like, that should have been a TV series, probably.
Yeah.
Altonites didn't see that. Minecraft movies saw that. My kids loved it. They went back and saw it like 3 or 4 times. It was their favorite movie for a long time. They were so smart to put that homage to the greatest Minecraft streamer of all time that passed. I always forget his name. Like, they put that scene in there where Jack Black Steve is like, no, that guy's a legend. And it was like such nice. Honestly, I know nothing about this guy. I just know the basics of his story, right? He was a really friendly guy that everyone loved, and he became famous for streaming Minecraft. He got really sick, and he died of like some horrible disease.
That's terrible.
Terrible, right? Well,
yeah.
They took and put his avatar in the movie. And there's a moment where the character's avatar, it has like a crown on, is walking by, and Jack Black, the main character, goes, "That's a legend." And I was like,
yeah,
you do not have to pay that much respect to the Minecraft community. But you should have seen or heard, kids were crying. They were crying in the theater, bro. That's
awesome.
That's a scene that you got some money out of.
Yeah, and again, that's a film, you know, kind of like how we've had Jurassic Park for the last few years. Kids are going to lap up that kind of movie.
Oh yeah,
you know, they're going to keep going back to it. They're going to go to sequel after sequel because that's their bag. That's
kids
their thing.
love Minecraft. There was so much in there for you to enjoy as like if you played Minecraft. That, like, all these Easter eggs, all these community specific things that you got to remember, Minecraft is like the most played game on the planet.
Yeah.
Right. So you have people that understand this with a passion. That's the right way to make this is the right way to make a video game movie. Like, you gear it to the audience and let everyone else come along for the ride.
Well, it's the right. You could tell there's intelligent people involved in the making and the marketing of that film and I hope that spreads, because what have we had the last few years? We've had hate marketing quite a lot, haven't we? Where we've had people being told to get lost. You're not a real fan if you don't agree with this. All of that rubbish. Right. No. Pay respect to the people that love this stuff. They'll lap it up and they'll keep coming back. It's not difficult, is it?
Right. Yeah, you're right. Speaking of the next hit, that's a hit. Sinners. I watched Sinners. Great movie. Dude,
on my list to watch.
Massive hit. Like, this movie, I have a copy of. I have a screener of this, actually.
Oh, cool.
I can send you a link to it if you don't have it.
But yeah, thanks, mate.
This movie is actually incredibly good. Not because it sort of subverted my expectations. I expected one thing, and I got a very slick, sort of interesting, fast-paced story that had a lot of music wrapped into it. A lot of really clever aspect ratio tricks where they had, at this point of time, there was this aspect ratio. Other points of time, it was a full aspect ratio. And they sort of played with your brain when you're watching it. Very, very well done.
Cool.
And it made a ton of money because the budget was next to nothing. The Accountant 2, it made money before it even released. Like this was already a moneymaker because the first one was such a cult classic. Final Destination Bloodlines made a ton of money. I didn't personally like it as much as I like other ones. It wasn't bad. It was just whatever. It was, you know what it was, bro? It was Final Destination. Like, how many more times can you make a movie about the same exact thing?
That first movie was superb. And to be honest, to this day, that still gives me fear of flying from watching that first movie, mate.
Yeah, that's the
So
joke,
good.
right? Like, every time you're on the freeway and you're driving behind someone with, like, the poles, you're like, nope, I've seen this movie. I'm getting out of the way. Like, this movie does a lot of that. It definitely messes with it. Sort of explains a lot more of the lore. But it's really in its heart. It's just it's a Final Destination film. And Death doesn't care about your lore or your rules. It's going to get you. And that's what I like about it. And it made a lot of money.
That's cool. So. But it's interestingly as well, you know, we were talking earlier about Final Destination movie coming out this weekend. Now, that's, you know, again, from what I read of the premise of that, it's basically the first film again, effectively. Where they go to see the original cast. I think that's from what I read up about it. That was advertised.
It's more like it goes back to the beginning of the group of people that we've been sort of following this whole time. And so Death plays this game with everyone, but this group of people it specifically started with this one person who had this premonition, and she saved a bunch of people from dying. And now Death has been slowly coming after every one of those people in order of their death. But the problem is, it took its time. And so in that time, entire generations of families were born. So it's got to take out entire families.
That's cool.
You know, over time. And
I mean, that first film was superb. I mean, when you get to the end of it, mate, and you think, oh, yeah, they're all having coffee and everything's great.
Right.
And then you just see that sign come down at the end of it and you're like, shit.
It helped there's that one actor that we saw him in that, in Idle Hands, and a couple other movies, and we never saw him again. I don't know what happened to that actor. He was so fun to watch.
He was Stan in Eminem, wasn't he? Video.
He was, yes. Yeah, the Eminem
that's right.
Music video. So then you got F1. Huge hit. Superman, it's in the process. That's going to be a hit. That's making money. And what do you have coming up after that? The Conjuring always makes money. I don't know about weapons. I saw a little bit of that, but it is a Stevens. I forgot. It's a
I thought you were going to say Steven Seagal then for a second.
No, it's a book series or something. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know about that one. I do know Mortal Kombat, like, considering their track record right now, video game movies is going to be a hit. Cat in the Hat. My kids saw the trailer for this in Superman, and he was like, "Can we buy tickets for that right now? Can we get it right now? Like right now?" I'm like, "Oh my god, that's
the response you want. If you're making a movie, that's the response you want, isn't it? You know, going to your parents and saying, "Look, can you get us tickets for this?" You know, so if that's multiplied over several, lots more families, then it's going to be a hit, definitely.
Right.
Superb.
Yeah, I agree. So let's watch this Mortal Kombat, because that's the next big movie coming up for me, at least. And what's crazy is it wasn't even on my list. No. I actually don't think I even really knew about it. Maybe I read about it at some point, but I didn't see a trailer. I didn't really.
I played the games.
Right.
I played the games. I watched a few of the movies, and they just didn't do it for me. But
I watched
this one,
movie.
I watched it and it looked good.
I love the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Get over here, Mortal Kombat. I played the games like crazy. I love that soundtrack. I think I bought it. One of the first CDs I ever bought as a teenager. It was like my jam. Annihilation was okay, a little bit wonky. The prequel movie they did a few years ago was actually really good, about Scorpion and Sub-Zero. It was very Mortal Kombat, but it just didn't have all the characters because it was supposed to be setting up the grander new universe. And now we have Mortal Kombat 2. This is officially the grand universe. Like, we got that prequel as sort of a let me explain to you how this universe works kind of a movie. You know, we're going to set you up slowly. We're not going to just throw everyone in the deep end and be like, hey, look at all these 37 characters fighting to the death in this nether realm, right? It makes sense that you had to like set that up. which is fine. That movie made money,
Yeah.
so it allowed them to make this movie. This movie is going to destroy the box office. Like it's going to be Deadpool, Wolverine. Maybe not completely Deadpool, Wolverine numbers, but it's going to do well. I guarantee it. So
Cool.
Warner Brothers is going to yet put another feather in its cap this year, which is incredible. Let's watch this trailer. Let me know if you can't hear it. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Carl Urban.
How he's not got more movie lead roles, I have no idea.
I don't get it. He's so good. He's so good.
I mean, I've been crying out for years for another Dredd sequel
oh
of
my
him
God,
as Dredd.
please. I love Judge Dredd.
Yeah, it's so good. He's just a class act, you know.
Yeah.
I'm amazed he's not getting more lead roles. Amazingly strange.
He's so clean. He's really, really good in this role. Just from what I've seen in the trailers, he just nails the washed up, movie star with the attitude kind of thing. And I can watch him in anything. Like if anything you put him in, I can watch him in. He's just that good. So immediately I'm captured, by the way.
Right.
Accurate Raiden? Guys, it's not a white guy playing Raiden? Hello?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you.
That's it.
It's an accurate Raiden. He has the right costume.
Yep.
He has the thing. Electric powers. He's an Asian guy. It's already. I'm like,
Let's buy the tickets. We're going to the show.
Dude, Johnny Cage locked in. Raiden locked in. I'm assuming that's what's her name? I'm always forgetting.
I forget her name now. Yeah,
she's accurate. It's not like,
I love it here where you get all the lightning as well. What he does,
Right.
So cool.
I'm locked in right now. Like I'll tell you, there's a moment where I lose my lock a little bit. I lose it for a second, but so far I'm locked in. I'm now raging, an erection locked in. I'm diamonds. I'm so locked in that my desk is moving on its own. That's how locked in I am.
Can we see another angle of at some point in the film where a spinal cord with a skull at the top of it is being waved in the air?
Bro, when he's like, F this, I was like, that's exactly the response. I
would just be running.
Yeah, I'm out. Bro.
It'd be like follow
the monster just ate this dude's face. I'm not. Yeah, you got the wrong guy.
Follow the John Blur.
Right, bro. All right.
This is a war.
Look at that, bro. Look at that line.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is directly from the game, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's in the game. It's a perfect representation, A to A.
It does. It does look like the people who've made it are showing respect for the games, and they've actually making the attention to detail. Because when I first heard about it a couple of days ago, I thought, it's going to be another sort of B-C movie, straight into cinemas, quick, cheap budget, movie. But I watched the trailer because I'll be honest, I wasn't optimistic about it. But I watched the trailer, I was like, yeah, I'm going to see this. This looks quality,
bro. This scene, like I'm locking in. I'm like, what is going on? Like, where is this coming from? Where this movie is coming out of nowhere, and then this scene pops up. I'm just like over the moon. Right? That's where I lost my lock. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I was like, who?
I'm not some.
Who is that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is Jada a bald lesbian now all of a sudden? Like what? This is like your wife is like wearing lingerie, she's funneling your nuts, and then your kids just burst into the room, and like all your energy just completely deflates.
Yeah. This is a special character that's unlocked in the movie where Jada, what happens is her superpowers is she gets Will to come out and fight for her.
Oh, that's good. Her brutality
slaps people.
Is Will Smith running out and slapping people multiple times? God, that's funny, bro. That's funny. I'm gonna use that joke.
Yeah.
All right. So my boner deflates. Right. I'm like, I didn't recognize it immediately, but Yeah, like
As you know-
like Kevin said, it's green, so it's obviously Jade, and that's when I was like, damn it, it's Jade. I was like, damn it, it's Jade. What the? Why is it Jade? Because Jade is like the super hot chick, and like she has hair. First off, hair. Like this is not. And you know what's funny is I don't actually mind this actress at all. She was in she played a role in Agents of Shield that was actually pretty great, but she's wrong for this poll. And who thought it was a good idea to shave her head? I don't understand this. I don't understand.
There's got to be someone. There's got to be some sort of box ticking exercise element there, isn't there? Saying you've got to work within these requirements now. You know, because like you say, the frustrating thing you get is you watch the trailer. I really like the trailer, but there's always something these days where you think you were so close to getting the full marks, you know, but then completely changed. Unbelievable. But I will say you put out a tweet about this a couple of days ago of an image you linked to, and as I said to you, I was worried what she was holding in that image that you put up.
that screenshot had her like fondling a staff. I realized that. Yeah. All right, here we go. So at this point, my kid I'm trying to have sexy time with my hot wife. Doing my kid burst in, and I've lose my erection. Right, but maybe I can get it back. We'll see. Okay.
Champion. I don't.
All right, right there. Feeling good about Jax.
Yeah.
Robot arms guy. Okay, I'm feeling good about that. Don't know why there's another bald chick over here, but I don't. What's up with all the bald people in this movie? It's weird. Right here. My erection's growing again. This is so accurate to my vision of this character, like in every way. Like so far, like Jax is good. All the other characters have been great. All of the visual stuff, the stuff with I'm forgetting his name, the dragon fire guy, Shang. Fuck, damn it.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, the main character, Johnny Cage's not the main character. It's someone tell me in the chat, main character of Mortal Kombat. Someone, please. Anyways, the guy that shoots the fire dragon, he's the main character. We saw him. Everything's looking like we're back in action here. This looks so good. Like this looks monstrous and dangerous. Here we go.
You will know.
The music. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, yeah.
I tell you what, I'm glad this came out of left field. We need more like this that just come out of nowhere. You know,
just like no warning. Like here's our awesomeness. I just like it's like you're giving me like this tenderloin center cut Kool-Aid steak, perfectly made, and then you just decide to like drop your pubic hair right on the center of it, and now I got to eat around it. It's frustrating. Like everything about this, it looks so good, but why is there a random pubic hair on my food, bro? You know?
You've got to put a tweet out saying that now. You know, when you do an advert for the film,
it's just so weird. Like, dude, like you had this perfect trailer. Everything is perfect about this, but the stupid Jade character.
Yeah,
you want to know what Jade looks like in the game? Like what we all grew up with. You guys want to know what we all grew up with for like decades now? Okay, here I'll show you. Goodness gracious.
Long dark hair.
Yeah, long dark hair. Yeah.
Green outfit.
Here we go. There's so many options. I'm trying to find like the sexiest one. I'm just gonna click one on the video game. There's gotta be a comparison, right? Oh, here we go. Perfect. This is what Jade looks like.
Yeah. I want that.
Yeah. Yeah, I want that too. May I have that, please? May I have some more? Yeah, this is what like the long dark hair, the green leotard, like all that's Jade. And I'm sorry, you can't tell me as a fan of Mortal Kombat at any point in your life you were not like, I can't wait till they do a live action version of freaking Jade, bro. Like, jeez. Anyways, everything else looks really great.
Yeah. Carl Urban, I mean that.
So Drew D says, I don't think it's Jade. He thinks it's, you said Chronica? Interesting.
All right.
It looks exactly like.
See, I always played the games, but I didn't know I knew the classic characters. There were a lot I didn't know. I still don't know, but
Chronica.
I mean, damaged my fingers back in the day on the old Mega
Chronica
Drive.
is a bald white chick, but there's no green in her costume. I don't think it's Chronica. I think you're reaching there a little bit, brother. I mean, hey, you know what? Maybe you're right. But that begs the question: where's Jade then? Because Jade's been around a lot longer than this Chronica character for sure.
If that's the case, they're going to sneak Jade in at some point. A little tease at some point.
Imagine we're watching
red
a movie,
herring,
and she just pops up and
yeah. It's like, yeah. I'm afraid we're going to have to stop this viewing of this film right now due to an accident in aisle 4.
Row J number 13, please make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, there's a tail waiting for you.
Chronica is a boss in Mortal Kombat 11. I see. Well, I looked it up. She looks sort of like a. Yeah. So Kevin said they made Liu Kang such a wimp. We haven't really seen Liu Kang. We just saw those quick little shots of him. And I'm fine with Johnny Cage being the main character because then you get to put Carl Urban as the main character, and that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Everyone uses a scorpion in the games now. It's annoying. I mean, yeah. Who wouldn't? Get over here. No.
So cool. So cool.
All right,
just tearing them apart. Love it.
We have one more trailer before we go to the members section. So share your thoughts real quick while I set this up, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this one, mate. This film, to be honest with you, I looked at the Tron trailer earlier as well, but this one was the one that excited me more out of the two that I saw. So I'm looking forward to that. Going to be good.
Yeah, the Tron one, I have some questions.
The one thing that worries me, because it's Disney,
right?
A lot of it looks good visually, and I like Tron Legacy. You know, I enjoyed Tron Legacy, but I'm worried that it's going to go girl bossy, you know, very quickly in it.
Well,
you know, because there were certain signs.
That weirdo in it though, Jared Leto is
Jared Leto. Yeah, exactly. Weirdo. You know.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember thinking, you know, he's perfect for the role as the Joker because he's so freaking weird.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm like, I don't know about this guy. So let's pull it up. Tron Ares. Here we go. Listen, now, here's the deal. I absolutely adored the first Tron movie. It was a masterclass of innovation, 100%.
Yeah.
Doesn't really hold up now, but why would it? I actually
had
loved,
a game back then.
Yeah, I loved no Tron in it. It's not Tron. Oh, good point.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, very good point. Yeah.
Good point. Well, so then I watched Tron Legacy. I loved Tron Legacy. Like, yeah. I legitimately loved that movie. It was
that Daft Punk soundtrack.
Oh, the Daft Punk. Yeah, it was sick. And the movie was added so much lore to the story that I swear years later, I thought for some reason there was like 2 movies. I was like, wait,
yeah.
Isn't that the third movie? I thought, because it added so much information, story to the Tron,
yeah,
you know, legacy.
Oh, it just rocks that. That was again when Disney were doing good stuff. I loved that movie.
Oh, dude, when he sacrificed himself to get his son out was like powerful stuff, bro. Really
super,
really cool movie in every way. So
with the light cycles, all that. Yeah,
guys,
wonderful.
This is the trilogy. So this is, I would love to tell you the third and final movie, but I guarantee you that if this movie does well to any degree, this will be the start of a whole new franchise for Disney.
Yeah.
Although I don't think it will. And I have some questions, and I hope that maybe you're a sci-fi, aristocrat. Like, you understand how science fiction works. Maybe you can give me some thoughts on how things in this trailer work, because I'm confused. Based on everything I know from the first two movies, I'm confused how any of this is happening. Quite frankly. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Since time began.
All right away. How are they in the real world?
That's what I thought when I saw the trailer. I thought to myself, there's almost like some sort of Faustian deals being done somewhere for them to be able to be there. But again, because Legacy was all about, they were planning to invade, weren't they?
Yeah, but how are they going to invade? They're ones and zeros. They don't have physical bodies here. It's not. It's not another dimension, bro. It's a video.
No,
game.
it's not a computer system. So they're out in the real world. So you would degrade, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So I thought in my mind, like, maybe they're gonna like inject their personality on real people in some way, and that would have made more sense if they were like invading and building their new empire via like copying their code over physical people. But this is the actual like Tron technology, which should not work in real life with gravity and shit. Okay.
Yeah, because I looked at it as well, mate, and I was looking, because when I watched it, I thought, are they actually coming through at one point, or are they just like, you know, there's an AI bodysuit that they're in? Because, you know, when you see Jared Leto's face, it kind of opens up and shows his face like it's a screen. But then you have the bit later on, and we'll see in the trailer, where you've got the ships over the city.
The ships.
So,
and the ships shouldn't actually work. Like when laws of physics like have gravity and shit, like those ships shouldn't work. They only work there because the laws of physics are way different.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to instantly sort of announce some sort of gimmick, like there's an internal power source that enables them to jump dimension or something and survive. Me and you could see that coming a mile off.
So Marks did say that Olivia Wilde's character was brought into the real world somehow. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's on the bike at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like.
She's on the bike with him.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Right? That didn't make no sense.
Well, this is why they had to have Jeff Bridges back in it, because he shuts the doorway in the Tron Legacy, doesn't he?
Yeah, but how are they getting to the real world? Like, they're ones and zeros. Like, I cannot suspend disbelief. It's not a different dimension. It's a computer program. It's a sentient computer program. It's it.
Yeah, I agree. I can completely get us being pulled into their world because we can survive in it. But the other way around,
we're information. But we have physical bodies. They don't have physical bodies. All right, let's watch it. All right, it drives me nuts, by the way. It ruins the whole thing. It ruins. Yeah. And you know what makes me more mad? I know they're not going to explain it.
They won't.
Yeah. They're just gonna.
They'll do a comic book about it through Disney at some point, and Marvel.
It'll be
and
a prequel comic book.
He had a little power pack that was strapped to his back, and that solved it all. The end.
Yeah. Like, that's the Tron tech.
Man has gazed at the stars and he has wondered, am I alone? So much talk of AI and big tech today. Virtual worlds, what are they going to look like? When will we get there? Well, folks.
Look at that. It's like creating something. You see that?
Yeah. I mean, this is where it's kind of, they jump forward a bit in the trailer, but where he kills Jared Leto, doesn't he? And then he resurrects him or creates a new version of him straight away. So I think they're going to do this. This is going to be some sort of gateway or something like that. It's kind of interesting how they've got, going through the lens of the AR, their AI there in the server room. What they're going to do with that.
They're trying to connect it to like the AI argument. A lot of people are terrified over the AI and virtual worlds and all that stuff. I get it.
Do you know what we're going to get now? I'm calling it now. We're going to have AI Grok appearing in the film there. Yeah. Would you like to come with me?
You know what's crazy to me? It actually makes less sense for AI to want to make itself a physical body and come into our world.
Yeah.
When it would make more sense just to
Go everywhere.
Yeah, suck us into their world. Like, it doesn't make sense to be part of our world in any way. Our world sucks. Like, it's hard out here.
Well, I don't, like you say, from a logical point of view, I don't even understand what they gain from coming into our world, because they've got an entire universe where they can keep building. As long as they've got, capacity, they can keep building the world that they're in.
Yeah, it's a really,
whereas our world,
they just need to get to servers. Like,
yeah,
at one point they were stuck in the game, right? So now if they get to the cloud, they're good.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't understand it, but maybe I'm just getting.
We're
old.
not going there.
I like that actor.
They are coming here.
Yeah.
I would like you to meet Ares, the ultimate soldier. He's biblically strong, lightning fast, supremely intelligent. And if he is struck down on the battlefield, I will simply make you another.
You think you're in control of this? You're not.
Hey guys, it's another black ball chick. Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
I'm gonna request that I go in.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. John, I think it's a whole new age, and that you're going to be getting a lot of acting roles.
I know. Yeah.
Because it's like everything is bald, just bald women everywhere. I don't know. I don't get it, dude.
But I can picture it now, mate. With my gut, there's no way I'll fit in those outfits.
Look,
You'll just see me sort of plodging across the screen.
I understand bald guys. That's like a pretty common. It's a normal thing. Like a lot of The Rock is bald. Like, a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But like bald women have never been the norm, and I feel like this is Hollywood like trying to force us into like just accepting bald chicks as a thing. And it's in every TV show, every movie, every one of these progressive things always has like the bald chick, and what's going on with the bald thing?
Yeah,
is it a new fashion choice? Like, is this? I hope this is going to be something that dates these movies as that's obviously from the 2020s, like all the bald people.
It's either that or there's a massive lice outbreak in Hollywood at the moment, and that's why they're shaving their heads.
It's like when you watch like 70s movies and everyone's super hirsute. You're like, oh, that's definitely a 70s thing, because like the razor wasn't invented for some reason. Yeah. Back then, everyone was super hairy.
Yeah, but it's like they got to make she's clearly, from what we've seen there, I'm calling it, she's going to be the bad girl.
Yeah.
Girl leader, isn't she?
Bad girl
it's like, but you can't have a bad female with hair. You've got to shave that hair to make them look more menacing. You've got to go for it, girl.
Can't be a girl boss without making her look like a man first.
What are you?
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand.
Hang on!
A malfunctioning program who wants to live. Why is that? It's just a feeling.
Real quick, so the world that they're in is not called Tron, right?
No.
No,
it's not.
So Tron is a character, right? Or is it the game?
Tron's a character from the original.
Yeah, a character from the game. I'm just trying to remember. It's been a while.
I've forgotten myself. I'm just going to check it.
So Jeff Bridges' character is not Tron. Or maybe he is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they actually ever say it. I think they just call it the the world, and then you've got the grid.
Oh, the grid.
That's yeah.
So Jeff Bridges' character is getting older and older and older. Like, it sort of sucks being in a digital program and still experiencing age, I think.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it?
Oh, Tron was like the security program or something. Yeah, I think you're right. So they're from the
grid.
He
was.
It's called the Grid. That's right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to understand this world.
Yeah, because if you go back to Tron Legacy, he'd gone bad, didn't he? In Legacy, Tron.
Right.
And he was Jeff Bridges helped him in the first one. So, yeah. Where I'm sure he's going to turn up at some point in this movie.
Yeah, but everyone hates that CGI version of that character.
Yeah,
like they don't like it. And even though I like Legacy, the CGI face in that was like hideous.
Yeah.
That's sort of cool. Okay. All right.
It looks good. I mean, visually, yeah, it looks great. Yeah. I do think it's probably going to be one of these movies where I'll walk out of it and I'll go, and I'll start trying to figure things out at home with the TV off,
right?
Trying to make sense of it all.
All right, guys. Well, listen. That's it. We went a little over time. We're going to go to the members section. I don't want to keep John here for too much longer because, now I'm dragging him into the members section because it's late over where he is. So we're going to end this now. I know about 10 of you still got memberships today. That's awesome. A bunch of you guys are probably members. If you're not a member, if you want to join us in the members section, hit the join button. The members section is more loose. We talk to you guys in the chat a lot. We sort of look things up. We just
chat about anything.
Yeah, we chat about anything. I take my pants off. It gets a little bit crazy.
He talks to female AIs.
I start talking to Grok. I'm like, "What's up, Grok? How you doing, baby?" But come on down. Membership's good. Hit the join button. If not, then I'll see you guys next. Actually, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the Stargate watch along. Almost forgot to advertise that. So.
Gonna be good.
If you guys not come to the member section, that's cool. Come hang out with me and John on his channel tomorrow. We're watching episode 3 and 4 of season 2.
Episode 4,
4 and 5,
5 and 6,
5 and 6 tomorrow. 5 and 6. Okay, 5
season
and 6.
2, season 2
of Stargate SG1. It's a good time.
Yep.
All right, cool guys. We'll see you guys in the member section. If not, then we'll see you tomorrow on John's stream. And if I don't see you there, then I'll see you next week. Thank you, John.
Cheers.
Thank you, chat. See you in the member section.
Here comes the